There are two basic types of farming systems. The conventional ones, conventional meaning that everybody is using it, it's been acceptable everywhere, it's applicable almost in every environment. Then there are unconventional systems. Again, the conventional systems are systems as simple like ponds, where you make earth basins, or you make troughs with concrete or with wood, and you put water and grow fish there, just like you're seeing here. The other one are cages. Cages are nets that are floating on the surface, on the water surface, where water is continually washing the nets, where the fish is held, and where the fish is growing. Those are two conventional means. There are other unconventional means which are coming up in this country, becoming more popular by the day. They include tanks, concrete tanks, brick tanks. These are brick tanks. Concrete tanks would be similar, but complete with concrete. Like there's one up in our background, which you should be able to see. They are dam-lined ponds. They are earth ponds, but they have a plastic lining so that they don't allow too much seepage and water loss. There are aquaponics, hydroponics, hydrogeoponics. What this means is that you're growing fish on one end, you're growing crops on the other end, and the two are interdependent, and they are supplying one another with nutrients and with other benefits. And the last one is probably the most sophisticated one, which is the recirculating aquaculture system, where you keep recycling the same water. It is very water efficient, but it's also very costly and it's very power dependent. But if you're growing the right fish, it should be able to work for you very, very well. So once you decide which system you want to go for, then you must decide which fish you want to grow. The fish you want to grow is determined by the market. So you don't just grow anything. You grow the fish that can sell. So if you want to go into fish farming, one of the things you want to think about in the initial stages is who will buy what I'm going to make. If you say you go to the market now and the fish that is on the market is tilapia and you're going to see some tilapia here, then that's the tilapia you're going to buy. If there's another fish to grow, if that's another fish that people are interested in and it fetches the money, then we'll go with the one which fetches the money. So the market should inform the product. What many people do, they just go and grow fish, then they start looking for the market. That's not fair and that's not right, because it's going to cost you money for nothing. So decide on the type of fish by what is being sold in the market. Same thing with products. Some will say, okay, I want to grow fish, but I want you to give me this kind of product. So that product, if you want fillets, then you have to look for a fish which gives you better fillets. I'll give you an example. If you grow tilapia, for example, the yield, percentage yield of fillet on tilapia is 30%. Another fish like catfish will probably give you a higher fillet, but you have to decide depending on what the market is saying. The other thing that you want to consider is the level of intensity. You can grow fish with little intervention. So you put fish in water, you put some food when you can, and let it grow at its own pace. That's one way of growing. It won't give you very many crops every year, but it grows. The fish will grow. Fish is generally robust. The other way is when you intervene into the life of the fish more often. So it means that you are growing fish actively, you're giving it food, you're monitoring it, you're checking its health, you're looking at how it is growing, you're seeing how it is performing in terms of weight gain. So that is a more intensive close quarters control of the growing of the fish. So that has an implication. It means that you're going to grow certain quantities of fish, but also means that you're going to spend a certain amount of money below which you'll not be able to make that system work. The other one is technical competence. Don't just go into fish farming from hearsay. A lot of people just rush into it because they had their neighbors doing it. Now, fish farming is the one thing which you don't do because you had someone is doing it. You must find someone who knows how the fish you're going to grow behaves, who walks you through it, works with you, and make sure the fish is doing what it's supposed to be doing when it is supposed to be doing it. Those people are available, fortunately. The country has been training over 50 people every year at degree level and several others at diploma for the last nearly 20 years. So they are available. If you look, you can find. And if you are stuck, you can't find the right people to help you with your farming, please reach out to NARO. NARO has experts that can help you to grow the fish and do what you want to do with it. The other one is water quality. What is water quality? Fish live in water. They do all their business in water. So if the water that they are in is not suitable for their growing, they are not going to grow. So how do you know the quality of the water? You can't look at the water and say, oh, this water is good or that water is bad. You need to have the right equipment to check the quality of the water. This is one of those units. This is a multi-parameter water quality meter. Let me get my notes. Very good. So it has a probe, it has a reader. So you drop the probe in the water, all right, and take the readings on the screen. Now, these ones are available in various forms and various sizes and various capabilities. You can get those which can record live and put on your computer from home, or you can get those which can save on the device, or you can get those which you can take the notes by pencil and ink. The more sophisticated, the more expensive the unit is. So you want to go with probably a simpler system which can take a few parameters at a time. This machine can take both oxygen, temperature, conductivity, and pH. But you can also get smaller portable units that can take fewer measurements. Let me see if I can find my own hands right here. This is a simple pH meter. In case you want to take pH, you also dip it in the water and take a reading so that you're able to record the quality of that. The bottom line of this whole conversation is that fish water has got to be a certain quality. You need to have your oxygen right, you need to have your ammonia right, you need to have the freshness of the water right. You don't get that, then fish is going to start giving you trouble. It's going to start breathing badly, growing poorly, eating poorly, or even dying in some cases. So you need to be able to ascertain the quality of the water. The other thing which you need to appreciate is the quality of the seed. Even fish has seed. So the young ones of fish, we call them seed. The other words we use in the place of fish seed are fingerlings or fry, without an S, fry, whether there are many or few. So that is something that you need. The quality of the fingerlings and the fry determine the quality of the fish that you're going to grow. One of the things that we are heavily invested in as NARO, and especially at this institute, is to ensure the production of the highest quality of tilapia fingerlings. What does good quality fingerlings look like? So Alan here and his colleagues have a couple of high quality fingerlings that if the camera would come closer, they'll be able to show us. They are uniform size, they have the right shape, they are not sick, they are swimming properly. Alan, you can lift some. They are the same species, they are healthy, they are swimming well. Those are high quality fingerlings. But now the other special thing about this one is that they are only males. Why? Because males grow at 30% faster rate than females, because of course females are going to go into laying eggs and producing young ones, and it becomes a whole sophisticated problem for them. They lose time and they lose growing body weight. So we need to grow only males, and here we produce only male tilapia fingerlings, which look like just what we've seen in the bucket down there. So these fish, you have to be sure that they're coming from a good source. A good source has pedigree. Don't get fish from any source you find. Pedigrees, they must be known to be growing well. Some people must have taken them to their farms and grown them, and they must have looked very, very well in terms of their performance and in terms of their weight gain. I want Alan to show us something. When you get these fish, they must be counted, they must be weighed, they must be numbered. You must know what quantities of fish that you're taking into your farm. Don't just take an estimate by the eye. Again, if you do that, you're going to find yourself losing in terms of the numbers of fish that you're getting or the quantities that you're getting. So in making the numbers, counting the numbers that you're supposed to put in your unit, you take a weighing scale. A digital weighing scale is a critical issue at the farm. You take a weighing scale, then you tear, put water in a bucket and tear. Tearing is bringing the weighing scale to 0. So Alan, did you tear that one? Good, do it again. Fine. Then you tear, and then you put a batch of fish inside. One batch, maybe you want to put more than one. Put them all, put another. Good. Then you record the weight that you have put in. Do you have a record for that? Alan, give me a number. Give me a number. What's the number there? What's the weight? Weight. Give me the weight. 95 grams. According to Alan, we have 95 grams of fish. So he's going to count them. I need very fast counting. After counting, he'll give us a number for the fish. Then we'll take the weight and divide by the number of fish and find the average body weight of the fish. Once you have the average body weight of the fish, you multiply by the total number of fish that you have, or you weigh the rest of the fish. I know that this is the weight I have. Then you can compute backwards and be able to estimate the number of fish that you have depending on the total weight of the fish that you get. Counting, 35. So Alan has 35 fish, all right? So in this case, what is the average body weight, Alan? It is 95 divided by 35, which is about maybe 2.9 grams. So that's the weight of the 2.7 grams of each fish. So each fish is about that weight.